Well, I had a really nice confidence building trade today. Felt great. Hey, fellow traders, it's Black Coffee Trader. It is Tuesday, August the 19th. And yeah, very nice trade today. One and done today on the funded accounts, up 160 plus per account, which was really nice, especially since we have the new take profit account. So nice day one. Hopefully it does not do like one of these day one or two moves up and then tanks, which is kind of what these accounts have done. We had a nice move up and then they have tanked, pretty much like the Dow Jones and the NASDAQ did today. Really, I guess NASDAQ was more of a just a flat out drop. We had a bit of a move there this morning, but I'm getting lag again on my computer. I apologize. This thing has definitely been a little bit of a winner. Anyway, so today I caught this move this morning, and one of the better executed trades I've had in quite some time. In fact, I'm just going to jump into TradeZilla. I want to look at the note and kind of walk through and talk through that. So today up 1460, about $1,500 across the. What do we have now? We got 5 Tradeifys, we got 3 Apexes, that makes 8. So we've got 9 funded accounts now. And we're winning the week. And that's one of the things I thought of over the weekend as well, is trying to be more focused on winning the week. And if you win weeks, then you win months. If you win months, then you start getting more payouts. So definitely I've been on a long slide. I haven't had a payout since January, and it feels like I get a bunch of funded accounts and then just kind of slowly bleed them to death and taking some bad trades. And I've really tried to hone in and be better and, not take as many, really just be more diligent in my trade selection. And so just had a bit of a red streak here in the month of August, but today feels good. Today was really a confidence builder. Elected to only take one trade today. It definitely felt like one of those days where I probably should have taken maybe a couple of trades, but I just decided I was going to just, leave after the one trade this morning and go from there. So here's my note. Break and retest of the 45,100 area and the prior day high. Was patient and didn't enter until we pushed out of the 4,500 retest, 45,100 retest. Very well executed trade. Nice move to my first profit target. NQ started to tank heavily just before my second target was hit. Took my second one off and moved to the stop to just below the second target to protect against a big sell-off because of NQ. Very wise move. Got out and the Dow tanked. Big confidence building trade. I was really happy with the execution here, and you can see where my first profit target was. My second one, I did move this one down to like the 290s, and I ended up taking it a little bit lower than that just because I started to notice the Dow tanking and then move my stop up. If the Dow or the NASDAQ doesn't tank, I would have tried to hold for these highs up here around the 45,400s or 45,390s. I would have definitely tried to hold for that, but with that Dow tanking, I had to protect, and I was glad I did. So very good trade. I was really happy with the execution and just overall how I managed that trade. And today was one of those days where it is very wise to have a couple of these markets on the charts. And some people may not like that, and some people may trade multiple indices. I like it. I like trading all 4 of them. Obviously it's not like I trade the NASDAQ every day or I trade ES every day. I trade whatever gives me the setup that I'm confident in. And today it happened to be the Dow Jones. So we had the push higher and we had this consolidation. Now, oftentimes I have jumped into that because it has held, and I just wouldn't take that long. Well, I decided to wait and see if we had any kind of a retest of this lower level here around the 45,100s, which was really what I was looking for. Do we retest that, the prior day high? We got that little move down. Not quite sure how well we can see this because of my trading box, but you can see there was a little wick down here and then a push higher. And once we got the move higher, I waited till this candle closed. I am back on the 2-minute chart, by the way, but flipped over. This candle continued to push higher, and that's when I took the entry, because now we have fully tested and we have buying strength pushing out of it, and that's what caused me to take that and took that first profit target like we talked about up at these the next level of interest here on the 45,227s, and then took the next 2. And once again, this thing has froze up on me. But you can kind of see where those profit targets are sitting. So yeah, really well executed trade. And again, if you look at, there we go. Let's look at the NASDAQ. And if this thing freezes up, we just may have to abort this. But the NASDAQ started to really sell off here around 10 o'clock. We started to really get this move down. And at 10 o'clock, I was just well into this trade. I was into this trade right here. So from 1014, 1015, all the way up here to 1036, the Dow Jones was moving higher. And we were break and retesting, kind of stair-stepping this thing higher. At the same time, we were having from 1015, which is right here, to 1030. That's right here. We had this big move, and we did a little stutter, and then we continued to sell off. And so because of that big sell-off, I was very careful, and I was like not sure how soon I should take my profit, and decided to jump down here on the second target and grab that one here. And then I just moved my stop from, my stop was sitting right here, right below this level, and I just moved it up to right below, or right at the base of this candle, thinking, hey, if this thing comes down, takes me out, I'm fine with it. If this thing holds and pushes higher, I can always get back in, and if it falls apart, it falls apart. And so that's ultimately what happened. This thing completely fell apart. So very well managed and executed trade. I was very, very happy with it. Definitely a confidence builder. So again, good day, good start to the week here, first couple of days, and we'll see how things go moving forward. On the eval front, I did lose my Alpine account, what I was calling the Alpine account. So Alpine, if you watch this, I apologize. Did try to pass that account, but after that big red day, earlier last week, where I had like the $36,000 loss on the evals, after left this one down, and it was going to be rebilling here in a couple of days, and I really didn't want to pay half price for a 150K eval, so I decided to take it pretty aggressively this morning, and I shorted. I think I went short on the NASDAQ. Yeah, I went short right here, unfortunately, right below this CPI print. I think this is the CPI low. Yeah, CPI low. I took the short right here, thinking that it would continue down, and it didn't, and it got liquidated right there. So actually, you know what? I'm sorry, I apologize. I misspoke. I did not liquidate that account. QuantGuard stopped me out because of my loss. I have a loss set at 2,000. And this is actually not correct. This is not $29.55. This is only a little over $2,000. Something is messed up with NinjaTrader. QuantGuard, I did check. QuantGuard did stop me out of this trade. So I do have some drawdown left in this account. I'm not sure how much, but it is probably going to not survive because I only had a little over $2,000 drawdown. But anyway, out of that trade, I did have a nice little day on the rest of the evals. I had them up and down a little bit, and finally decided to just quit before I give back. But here's the win. Even after that big red day I had last week, I brought my drawdown back up quite a bit. And these 5 Apex accounts are back to 2,000 in profit, or nearly that. These 4 150Ks are at about 4,000 in profit, and then you've got this one at 1,600 and this one at 1,700. So really like where that's at, and these 4 take profit accounts are back up to about 7,800. So that's nice, and we have our drawdown back. And these were the ones that were down to like $70. So I was $70 away from blowing them and brought them back. So again, they're not passed yet, but that is a big confidence builder too, is just getting out of that, even though it's only evals, getting out of that big red day that I had. So, and for that reason, I did set up my evals with QuantGuard as well, so I don't blow these accounts or have a tilt moment like I did and end up with a huge red day. So but anyway, that's where we're at. Hopefully we can continue to push higher and have a good solid green week, and get out of this little red run that we've been on. So anyway, I will leave you with that. I did forget to change my banners here. So by the way, the update is the Apex account, or the Apex 80% off sale is running through, I want to say, the end of the month or the end of this week. I need to check that. I'll try to update that. And then the take profit sale is no longer an evaluation fee refund at first payout like is showing there, but it is still 40% off. So that is a definitely a good sale. So again, just want to say thank you for those of you that use my code. There's QuantGuard. I do recommend it. I like it. I've used it for about a week or so now, and so far so good. And it did stop me out of that one trade here this morning, so, or kept me from blowing that account. I may still blow it, but just because the drawdown was that low. But I really like that peace of mind. And the other thing too, of being able to just go in and just lock yourself out for the day, so you don't go back and do something stupid in the afternoon. So anyway, that's a wrap for today. Once again, feels good. Definitely a confidence building day, and that's what I needed. So appreciate the support. Thanks for following along, and we'll catch up with you on the next one. Take care, and so long.